Hello Gun Nation, Big Johnson coming at you. Alright, as you see here, we've got the Shadow 2, Trijicon, Harry's holsters, little panda cover, and of course the mag. But yep, I had a Trijicon SRO fail. And which one failed was the Trijicon SRO 5 MOA dot. And we're going to get into it, of how it failed, what happened, all that good stuff. I'll tell you because I keep everything honest and upfront. All right, what happened? I went and shot the Shadow 2 with the Trijicon. Everything was great, no problems. Put it in the safe, had it in there for about a month. And pulled it out one day, and the dot's normally right in the center. And rather than being in the center, it was all the way, and I had the gun laying in the safe sideways. And now the dot, rather than being in the center, was all the way up in the right corner. And I looked through it, before I put them in my gun bag, I always look at the dots, make sure they're good to go, like if the battery was dead or something like that. And I could see the dot, but it was almost touching the ring inside the housing. And I was like, what in the hell? So started looking at it, and I thought maybe my eyes were messed up. So I was blinking a couple times going, what the hell's going on? Anyway, I was like, this isn't right. So I went to the range, and I thought, well, maybe I screwed around with it or whatever. Well, I went to the range, tried to adjust it, pulled it back to the center, try to go up and, do all the adjustments, and I couldn't get it adjusted. And I was like bottoming out on the adjustment to go up. And I'm like, what the hell? So I called Trijicon, explained to him what was going on and all of that stuff. And the lady told me, she said, it sounds like an LED detachment. And I was like, well, what the hell's that? So anyway, she said, well, go ahead and send it in. She said, let me get your serial number. So I gave her the serial number. She said, it's under warranty. So go ahead and send it in. And so I did. Well, I sent it in on January 6th. I dropped it off, got it sent in, and, it was gone. Of course, I was tracking it and all that stuff. They received it, all that. Well, a month goes by. I don't hear anything. So I gave them a call. It was just like, hey, I'm just checking on it. They said, well, due to COVID and all this other stuff, blah, 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 we're waiting to get it in line to get it checked out. So didn't hear anything. And I got an email saying, hey, we're looking at it now. So I was like, okay, cool. I didn't call them or anything. So I waited. Then I got an email saying they're going to be repairing it. So, but it didn't say what they were going to be doing. So I called them. Super nice. Their customer service is awesome. The people there were super nice. Talked to, I think, the same lady a couple of times. Super nice. And I said, what are they going to be doing to it? She said, they're going to be changing the electronics in it. And we noticed the glass in one of the corners, we're actually going to be resealing it. The glass itself, just to make sure that it's inside the housing. And I said, was it coming out? She said, we feel there's a flaw in the glass, or excuse me, in the glue or the adhesive that holds the glass on, so we're going to reseal it. So I was like, okay. So anyway, a week or so goes by, I don't hear anything. And so I called them, and she said, well, they can't repair it. It's non-repairable. So we're going to send you a new one. And so I said, okay. And I said, mine is a 5 MOA. Is there any way you can just change it, since you're sending me a new one, to a 2.5 MOA? And she said, sure, we can do that. So when I got off the phone with her, she sent me a thing saying that they're going to send me a 2.5 MOA, and it will be going out soon. They said allow about 2 weeks for it to be shipped. And I was like, wow, that seems like a long time. And she said, well, I'll try to rush it. And then after that, she actually did. So here is them sending it out to me. They actually shipped it out on 3/2 of 22. And it was a warranty replacement right here. And SRO adjustment 2.5 MOA, red dot, serial number, blah, 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 blah. But what the failure was an LED detachment. She said that was the initial failure. So I did get the new one in. So here's the new one, and I'll show it to you. It is the 2.5. So they sent me a brand new one, and they sent me a battery. Well, I thought, well, the battery's not in the unit. Well, of course, it was turned way down, and I turned it up. Let me turn it back up here so you can see it. I turned it up, and it already has a battery in it, so I guess they just sent me an extra battery. And then inside here, they did send me all the goodies, you know, that they all come with new. So everything's in there. You know, the screws, the wrench, the sticker. I don't give a shit about stickers. If y'all know me, I don't like stickers. But anyway, it is the brand new one, 2.5 MOA. No scratches, no nothing on it. Mine was a little scratched up, but just from normal wear. But anyway, there you go right there. So that's it. But experience with Trijicon, customer service was incredible. The people were really, really nice. No issues. The only issue was how long it took. So from January 6th, from, you know, dropping it off on January 6th, and of course they had to receive it, all the way to being shipped out on 3/2 of 22. And I did receive it like 3 or 4 days after that, so I'm doing this video a little bit late. But, you know, I've also had a lot of questions of the milling on the Shadow 2 from Fire for Effect, so I wanted to show that. You can see how deep that bad boy is. I mean, that thing is cut super, super deep. They do an awesome job. And of course, you know, they've got everything in here, and there's really no front lugs, but this thing fits in here super, super tight. But this is the lowest co-witness you can get on a Shadow 2. I mean, when you mount this thing in here, it actually co-witnesses with your factory sights. So I just kind of wanted to show it while it was off before I put the new one on there. But it's really, really awesome. And then I'll kind of show you this, and it is unloaded. Or I'll flip it over this way. And it's going to be really hard to see, but you can see it right there. This one is actually made for me. It actually says Big Johnson right there. Big Johnson, and it says like 0008 or something like that, but when they milled that, they actually lasered that in there for me. So it is particular to my gun because this is a one-off. Not another one like that. I've had a lot of them copied, so if you see any just like this, customers were actually calling in or sending in saying they wanted the Big Johnson edition, and this is what they were doing for them, but mine was the first one like this. As you can see, I just wanted to show you. People ask all the time, are you worried about how it wears and stuff? This is from holster wear. You're going to get wear. I just kind of think it gives it character, but if you don't have wear, you're not using your tools. So, it does have the lock brass palm swells. Also, Fire for Effect actually Cerakoted these for me with kind of like a black with an orange under it and then a black over it. Honestly, I wish we would have done the black with the orange over it because I'd have more orange than black showing. However, I really still like it a lot. I've got the lock, you know, mag release here. And on the lock stand, if you're interested in a lock stand, you can use my code. It's capital BJGG10. BJGG10, that'll save you 10% off this. And we've got the Harry's holster, outside waistband holster. And I've got the Safariland QLS on it. I actually really like this on my battle belt versus my race belt. I don't really prefer my race belt, my USPSA Blue Alpha. I mean, it's a super nice belt. But when I'm practicing, I really prefer my battle belt, so to say. I did put a turbo prop on here, just quick adjustment, but really, really enjoy the holster. Works out great. If you're interested in a Harry's holster, you can, the singleton or his outside waistband holster, you can use my code. It's Big Johnson, capital B, capital J, all smashed together, and that's for Harry's holsters. But really enjoy this. So I'm going to be setting it back up with the new 2.5 SRO. But that was kind of my first experience with any kind of Trijicon product warranty that I had. I've gone through 2 Delta Point Pros. Had 2 of them fail. I have a ton of Hollow Suns. I haven't had any Hollow Suns fail as of yet, of this day filming, not anything yet. But this is my first experience with the Trijicon Just wanted to share it with you. Customer service is awesome. Just a really long wait, but right now, maybe that's what's going on with everybody. But I just wanted to share it with y'all. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything like that, please leave them below. And also, like, share, subscribe. Really appreciate it, growing the channel, and I appreciate all of y'all. So thank you so much for watching. Remember, an unarmed nation's a very weak nation, so we all got to carry on.